Hello students, today we're going to record the 7th geometry video lesson. We're going to talk about circle, cylinder, and cone. Let's start with the circle. We need to find the circumference, which is normally called the perimeter, but when it comes to the circle, it's circumference. All right, now, how much is the circumference? Depends on 2 pi times r times the radius. That is true when we're looking for the perimeter or circumference of the entire circle. But if we have an arc right here, let's say that here we have 40 degrees, then the measure of the arc is also 40 degrees, since this is a central angle. So we're going to say the length of this arc is going to be equal to 2 pi r. And now everybody remembers part over the whole. Part is this measure of the angle. The 40 goes here. If it's 50, the 50 goes here. Over the whole thing, which is 360 degrees, because that's how many degrees you got for the circle. Now, when it comes to the area is pi r squared. And again, if you want to find just this area, you're going to call it sector area, and sector area would be pi r squared m times over 360. All right? So we have 4 formulas. Circumference is equal to 2 pi r. When you want to find the whole circumference, the whole perimeter. If you want the length of the arc is 2 pi r m over 360. If you want the whole area, it's pi r squared. If you want just the sector area, it's pi r squared times m over 360. Now let's talk about the cylinder. When it comes to the cylinder, area of the base, now we're in 3D. Area of the base, it's a whole flat surface. So area of the base, we're going to mark it as capital B. So when we want to find the volume, we're going to say base, which actually means area of base, times the height. This is my height from this surface to this surface. Okay? Now, what's the area of the base? We already know. It's the circle. The area of the circle is pi r squared. So what's the volume? Pi r squared times h. What about if I want to find the length around the cylinder? That is lateral area. Lateral area would be 2 pi r, because that's the perimeter or the length around the circle times this height. This height. What about if I want to find the total surface area? That will be 2 pi r h. And don't we have here a lid and here another lid? Let's call it that way. Then each of those are pi r squared, and there are 2 of them. That's the formula. Okay? Now, guys and girls, we started with a circle. If we have a circle in 3D, that becomes a sphere. And instead of having pi r squared, it would be pi r to the third. Well, there is something missing. Last time, when you peeled the orange, you knew that the surface area is pi, 4 pi r to the second. Everybody remembers that? 4 circles. Each circle is pi r squared. But this time is to the third because you're not having just this radius here. You're going to have this radius around, one more radius, so it's to the third. There is a 4 in front here, and there is something missing here. How much is it missing? So I want you to compare this by looking at the cylinder and the cone. How many cones fit? Let's move the cylinder in here. How many cones fit into a cylinder? You're right, you said it. 1, 2, 3. Therefore, the volume would be 1/3 base, which is the area of base. What's the area of base? Pi r squared. Times this height from here to the top. That's the height. So it's 1/3 base times height. Well, if I have here 1/3, wouldn't I have here 1/3 as well? But because it's a 4 already, it's 4/3 pi r to the third. So from now on, if you're dealing with the formulas of circle, cylinder, and cone, here they are. Good luck with your assignment.